What we're gonna do now, you're gonna give me a couple reps. You're just gonna drive that knee up here. Keep it here.
So just high knees?
Yep, high knees, good.
Am I trying to get velocity on these? Or
Yep,
just
get
up
velocity.
high?
Uh-oh.
That's strength. One thing I have always wanted to do is consistently dunk a basketball, but I'm 5'10". That means I need to really get my vertical leap up. Plenty of guys want to get their vertical leaps up, and that's why we brought in Deventry Jordan, founder and director of Lifetime Game Face, somebody who's trained Teddy Bridgewater, a host of other NFL players, and he spent a lot of this year working with guys for the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
You know all about vertical leap. What do I have to do?
You need to get taller first off. He needs to get taller. I think you need to get about 6'2" or 6'3". No, seriously, we only got so much time to get work in. So we're all about maximizing the moments and not the minutes. We're gonna do a French contrast workout. I found that that's one of the most effective ways for muscle recruitment.
So we're gonna wind up hitting a little bit of Olympic lifting here, do some box jumping, incorporate a couple of resistance bands. Let's get right into it.
So the first thing that we want to do is a mini band walk, all right? We want to activate all the muscle groups, right? So because of the French contrast, we have to have everything firing off the right way. So we're going to do a forward walk, straight leg, so we can activate the quads. Then we're going to go backwards so we can activate the hamstrings. And then we're gonna go side to side so we can activate the hip flexors and the glutes. We're also gonna bend our knees too so we can focus on our abductors and our glutes. Then we're gonna put the bands around our feet. Also, we wanna work on abduction.
So now we're all warmed up. I never want to see a mini band again in my entire life. The great thing, like you promised,
yes,
it was a very quick warm up. So now what are we doing?
Let's make you a more explosive athlete.
Let's
so
do
you
it.
can jump higher.
Now we're on to the gym portion of things.
Yep.
How do I get my vertical training started in terms of the real exercises?
Great question. So we're gonna start out doing an Olympic movement, which is a high pull. Then we're gonna do an explosive movement, which are banded resistant jumps for speed.
And why are we pairing these two motions? You've got me going heavy, like I've got 135 on there. I don't know whose idea that was. And then I'm gonna do a bodyweight motion. How do those two motions complement each
So
other?
part of the French contrast is the muscle recruitment factor. So I'm gonna do the Olympic lift to get the muscles stronger and for lengthening the muscles. Then we're gonna do the Olympic jumps to get the muscles faster.
And all low rep, just trying to move as fast as I can,
Yes,
right?
sir.
This isn't a full clean, it's a clean high pull, right?
Yes, it is. And this is one of the easiest ways to teach Olympic lifting because the second part of a high pull is going into a hang clean. And so for explosive movement lifting, I don't want to go from the ground, we're just gonna go right below the knees.
And we're really focusing on triple extension, right? So the triple extension is the key when we're actually jumping.
Yep.
I don't need the full clean when I'm jumping, right?
No, you don't. And you gotta understand that when you're jumping, you're actually gonna be thrusting forward, pushing your hips through. Give me 3 reps. Good, good, yep. Good, good. Go up to your toes just a little bit more. Good, yep.
And then from there, I gotta move quickly into the jump,
You gotta move quickly
right?
into the jumps. Because we only have so much time to keep that central nervous system activated. I got you.
And how many am I doing here?
Give me 5 jumps. As soon as your feet hit the ground, I want you to explode right back up. Right back up. 2, good. 3, good. 4, good. 5, good. Now you got a 30-second break. Then we
30
go all over
seconds,
again.
that's it?
Yeah, come on, man.
It's not really 30 seconds.
I'll give you a minute, I'm just joking. You got
Okay,
about
that was
a
me.
minute and a half.
It's interesting because that takes a whole ton out of me.
It does.
Really fast.
It does.
Which I guess is the idea of French contrast, right?
Well, that's the thing about, like what we talked about from the beginning, is that you only got so much time to get working, right? So I'm activating your muscle right away.
How many sets of this am I doing?
For high pulls, you're gonna do 6 sets of 3, and for the plyometric jumps, you'll do 6 sets of 5.
I'm ready to go again. I'm actually ready for the next move, so let's get to it. So that first move was all about being explosive and hitting triple extension fast.
Yes.
Now what do you have for me?
Now we're gonna work on a different type of French contrast where we're gonna completely shut off the central nervous system.
And how are we gonna shut it down? What's the mechanic?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to an isometric hold for 5 seconds. You're gonna drop the dumbbells and you're gonna explode up into a box jump, control the landing.
Am I going heavy here or what?
Yeah, we'll go moderate. Typically you'll go with about 80 to 75% of your max on 1 rep max. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get up. Good, just like that. If you notice, what he did was he controlled this landing. The key thing is when you're jumping is to be able to control that decelerated motion. Jumping is accelerated, landing is a decelerated motion, and that's what we're working on.
I guess when I'm sitting in that ISO, the interesting thing for me is I feel like I'm still working.
Yeah, yep,
But
yep.
I'm almost not quite ready to jump.
Nope,
I have to think
nope.
about it.
I'm holding you just enough time to shut down the central nervous system for it to respond all over again.
And how many reps and sets are we doing on this?
6 sets of 3 5-second holds with 1 jump.
Am I doing them back to back? Like, should I be doing another rep or
No,
it's
you're gonna
literally
take
one
about a
jump?
minute break in between because you gotta also pay attention to let your body recover so that you can do the right reps.
Most people are used to doing a lot of reps, a lot of sets, taking their body to fatigue, and this is about hitting something with precision
Yes.
and then recovering, right?
Well, the key thing about it is this is not a dynamic effort workout. What you're talking about is for dynamic effort. So every rep Every move matters.
And just get explosive. But I'm starting to feel that jump,
Yeah.
so let's go into what we got next. So we attacked triple extension, and then we went to that isometric pairing to really get my CNS going. How are we finishing this workout up?
Depth jumps to an explosive jump.
And all you need for this one is a box, which makes it really, really friendly to anybody who's training. And I think it's a really underrated move too, just in terms of deceleration. You had me kind of managing my deceleration on the last move.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna take that deceleration and do something with it, take all that control and go somewhere.
Depth jumps is probably one of the most underrated moves that people do not do. And the reason why is because if I could teach your body how to decelerate and you understand how to do it, you'll become a much more explosive athlete. So the thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna have you jump off 2 with your left foot, 2 with your right foot, and as soon as you land and make contact with the ground, you're gonna explode right back up into a jump and stick the landing.
So still keeping the reps low.
Yes, sir.
Just trying to be explosive.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Wait, let's go with the left foot first.
Left
all
foot first?
And I want you to go off my cue. It's important that as soon as he hits the ground, I'm gonna give him a cue to explode right back up in the air again. Let's go. Go. Good. A little bit faster, a little bit faster. That was good, right? I need you to really pay attention and listen to me. And as soon as you make contact with the ground, I want you to reapply that force and explode right back up again.
Got it. So it's all about intent too, because I gotta think it. I can't just jump. I have to actually.
You have to think it and anticipate it.
Yeah, and want to do it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Go. Good. That was a good rep.
That felt
there.
better.
That was a good rep. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. One more of those reps. Ready?
Yeah.
Go. Good. That was good right there. And if you notice how he stuck his landing, stick your landing.
And I think we're keeping the reps really, really low on all this because my effort is just so intense.
Yes.
So what are my reps on sets on this? I think I forgot to
So
ask you
for
that.
the box jumps, you're gonna go 4 sets of 2 in each leg.
So once I attack all these 3 moves, how long before I'm dunking in basketball?
Once again, I think you should be about 6'2", 6'3". Once you go to the doctor and they determine if you could get taller, you could probably be dunking in about 4 to 6 weeks.
So 4 to 6 weeks of
But
training.
make sure you're only doing this type of workout no more than twice a week, right? You want to give your muscle groups time to recover, and you don't want to burn out.
I also need to train biceps in between, so that keeps me covered. Well, thanks for helping me out. I'm gonna spend 4 to 6 weeks. Even if I'm not dunking in basketball, I'll at least have a better vertical. You will too, so try out these moves.